Hi everyone. I just want to do a quick recap of what happened this past week, and then tomorrow I will come out with my Sunday stock watch per usual. But anyways, so let's just look at cues for now. So most of the week, Monday through Wednesday, we did get a bit of chop. So not too much there. I mean, this was the week over here. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we did get some good momentum. Wait. Sorry, guys. Am I being stupid? Wait. Sorry, this was Monday. So yeah, we didn't get well, this half of this move happened pre-market anyways, besides that. So yeah, as you can see, these 3 days we kind of chopped around pretty much, and this is on daily candles. So the moves should look a lot bigger, and we just got a bunch of chop basically Monday through Wednesday, which was expected. I told everyone, we're waiting on all this different data. Like, we're most definitely going to chop. And then Thursday came out with initial jobless claims. And on top of that, started the Jackson Hole, basically Fed meeting and everything like that. So I believe that's why we initially fell, because initial jobless claims came in as expected, which was good. And then Friday the market pushed up a bit, but honestly not as much as I thought, especially after Powell saying we have room to cut rates, basically completely confirming, September meeting, they're cutting rates 100%. And now people are pricing in potentially a 50 basis point cut versus 25, which 25 was already crazy to get in September, and now we have a bunch of room. So I really think what he's trying to do is have a soft landing. He is trying really hard to get us a soft landing, have us not enter into a recession. So we'll see what happens. My take on this is I don't think, this year we're going to see anything too crazy, but I do think next year, starting in 2025, we might get a bit of shakiness. But just so you guys know, rate cuts are more bearish in the short term because the market doesn't like to see the economy slowing. So obviously we made these crazy highs throughout the first half of the year because our economy was booming. Tons of jobs were being added every single month. Even though inflation was high, everything else is booming in our economy, right? So stocks like to see that. Stocks like to see a booming economy. People will start to put a lot of their money into that. But as soon as we start slowing, it may be bearish for the short term. And then longer term, it's going to be good as long as the Fed can have a soft landing versus going into a recession. That is going to be interesting to see. And it is going to be difficult. I'll tell you guys right now, for the Fed to do that, it's going to be hard. So, we'll see what happens, honestly. As of right now, I don't know. I definitely do think we're going to get at least a 25 basis point cut in September at the FOMC meeting, for sure. I mean, I have no doubt about that. Seeing a 50 basis point cut will be also interesting to see if we do get that, but we'll see. I mean, the way Jerome Powell is talking, it sounds like we do have a lot of room. So this next week will be interesting. I mean, we have NVIDIA. I'm trying not to talk about what's going on next week. Anyways, let me go over some not statistics. What am I talking about? Some dark pool levels real quick. Let's start it on Monday. So we did see, so on Qs, like 481 is already a huge level, which I've called out. 475 as well, that is a really big level, anywhere around 41, and then 475, just so you guys know. And then let's look at NVIDIA, because obviously we got their earnings on Wednesday. We'll see, yeah. 130 is a massive, massive level. 129 to 130. I already knew that. I already called that out. It's quite obvious that how big of a level that is. Anytime NVIDIA touches 130, it literally rejects it. So it'll be interesting to see this week if we can break and hold that, or if NVIDIA is going to be bearish leading up to their earnings. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Also for AMD, I have been watching this like a hawk. Only one big order at 154. Must have been, I'm assuming that looks like a buy. Yeah. So AMD, I've been watching this like a hawk. If we go to the 4-hour and zoom out. If you guys are aware of my swing trading strategy, it's playing those breakouts. I don't like this though. This is kind of what is not confirming a AMD breakout for me, because as you can see, since like beginning of this month, we have been getting uptrend consolidate, uptrend consolidate, uptrend consolidate, and then here, this is exactly where I was expecting, you know, uptrend, more consolidating, and then next week us to break out. But now we got this big red candle, and this kind of breaks these higher highs and higher lows that we were making previously. So you see how like none of these are breaking like higher high and higher lows. This is why this isn't exactly confirming it for me. I will still be watching it, of course, but it's just kind of a bad sign to play a breakout, so I'm not really sure if we're going to see that. And I think it's going to depend on NVIDIA, honestly. Tesla, investors are really not liking Tesla right now. For some reason, it might be because of Elon Musk. I don't know. Obviously, it is a leading electric car company. I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon. There's more and more Teslas you see out driving every day. So we'll see what happens with this. Coinbase as well. Coinbase and Bitcoin, I would like to see a Coinbase rally. And we played this last week. That was pretty good. But other than that, some of the trades we took, I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah. Okay, so I think that was Monday, the 19th, maybe. Qs. Let's go here. 19th, yeah. So did enter some calls and exited early because we ended up kind of chopping. Did make 20% on those. Not bad, but, you know, obviously not what I'd wanted. Not what I wanted to see. Obviously, after we stopped chopping, we ended up going back up. So, and then we took some coin calls. I want to say these were on Thursday, right? Yesterday? What? Hold up. I'm thinking. No, these were on Thursday. I alerted these on Thursday. So it's 22nd. Yeah. So these coin calls did pretty well. About like 45% on those. That was pretty nice. If anyone ended up holding into the next day, then you did really well. But that was too risky with Jackson Hole speech going on. You guys know I don't take too much risk anytime I'm calling out any trades, ever, because that is on me, you know? That is on me to call out trades that in contracts that are definitely a lot cheaper. It's on me to call out basically just every play that's much safer and A+ setup and just something I have complete confidence in versus just giving you guys out these terrible trades, which is not something I would ever do. So, yeah, that's basically kind of a recap of what happened last week. I mean, the trades, we didn't get much because when the market is choppy, I can't give out 0 dates, which is, you know, easiest to give out since the contracts are always cheaper, but I can't when the market is choppy because the likelihood of us chopping out of those or it just being kind of a scalp trade, I can't give out scalps either. I mean, by the time I alert them, the move probably already happened. It's just difficult. to, I mean, it's not difficult, it's basically impossible to give out scalp trades. Like, if it would only be possible if you guys are all sitting in a room with me and we're all, you know, there together looking at everything together, but over like a Discord, that's not something I can really do. IWM is rallying once again, which is interesting, but be careful with this. If you see this and you're like, time to take calls, I'm gonna tell you now. IWM is a small caps ETF. When the caps get big, they move out of the ETF. IWM is meant to stay at this price. Again, I showed this either in a video or on live, I can't exactly remember, but I mean, the last time we reached a high on IWM was in November of 2021. Since then, we've been trading around this, like, I was like 170 to like 190, almost 200 area, and this is the first time we're kind of seeing movement once again, and I do believe it's just because money's kind of flowing out of tech right now, and people are most likely buying up these smaller caps. But be careful with this, you know, don't just say, oh, well, you know, now it's rallying, like, we should all get in. Like, they're meant to stay small, and I don't think if we do see 240, we won't see it for very long. But that's just my take on it. You guys can disregard that however you would like. But, yeah, I'm gonna talk about what's going on next week tomorrow. And this video is kind of just a recap, telling you guys what had gone on this week. I'll go over exactly what data happened. So for next week, okay, here we go. So yeah, last week on Monday we did have leading economic indicators, which just means how is our economy doing as a whole. And then I believe it was reported on Tuesday, the revision for Wednesday, revised employment growth. So the government basically lied to us about jobs that were being added, when in reality it was 800,000 less jobs that were added since March 2024. And final revision is expected to be 1 million, which is a pretty big deal because the economy was slowing all the way back then, and we potentially could have cut rates. It's just all bad all around. And then we had minutes of Fed on Wednesday. I also told you guys, you know, don't be trading through that and be really careful of what you were trading that day, all that good stuff. So yeah, other than that, and then Thursday we had initial jobless claims, pre-market. And what kind of shook up the market, I think this day was the start of Jackson Hole speeches, stuff like that. And then Friday, we did definitely got some bullishness after Jerome Powell was saying we got room to cut rates for sure. So anyways, that's just a quick recap if you missed it, if you weren't here, if you weren't trading, you want to know. That's basically what kind of happened. Not too many trades to be given out. Last week, you know, more difficult. But anyways, besides that, I think that's all I have for you guys. Sunday Stock Watch will be out tomorrow. Let's have a big week this week.